Julie. So happy to be here and share this wonderful practice of 8 treasures Qigong passed down through the 38 generations to the Ni family. I was certified at the College of Tao, and I love sharing this practice. It is a really powerful practice that addresses your deep immune system. So I've been teaching in many places, first for the cancer support communities, and then on my own platform on Mondays that you can sign up for my class on Mondays if you go to my website, which will be provided after the class. But today, something must have called to you to come today and see what this practice is all about. And I'm so happy you're here. And I will try to explain as much as I can. It isn't any class, but there's so much to learn about Qigong. But really, right now, it's about pulling in the energy. We have the yin and the yang energy that we want to bring into our being so that we can actually benefit by all of that energy that's always around us. So the first thing, it's a 3-part class. We're not doing the 3rd part. That was done when I'm teaching at a much longer session. My sessions from my personal class are about 75 minutes. We do a 3rd part, which is a 5 elements, cleaning and cleansing and detoxifying our organ systems using the 5 elements. So we're not doing that today, but I welcome you to come on a Monday and experience that. It's very powerful. And if you're dealing with any illnesses, or you want to strengthen your immune system, this whole practice is the way to do that. At least that's in my experience, and many of my students report that back. So let's dive in, all right? First, make sure you're standing. You have a really good connection with the earth. The soles of your feet connect to the earth. That's the earth watery energy right below our feet. And we have yin and yang. That's the yin energy. We want to really connect with earth. Kind of stand in your power, bend your knees. This is called the Wuji stance. We want to have this kind of feeling that, we're really here, being present to this practice. Our arms are just hanging, like you could put a little golf ball under the armpits. They're hanging. Just relax, bend in the knees, pull your chin in, pull your shoulders back, and check to see if your feet are, at least shoulder width apart. You can also have them toed in a little bit, but just feel like you're in your power. Pull in all your orifices. Take a nice deep breath in and feel really strong, powerful, and just connect just for a moment. Take a nice deep breath in, filling your lungs and maybe your lower abdomen, and just sense that. That's how we start our 8 treasures Qigong. The first part is the foundation practice. We warm up all of the different energy centers. They're the 12 meridians that run up and down the body. There's one that goes horizontal, and they're yin and yang. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So I want you to take your hands, make some soft fists, and we're going to be moving our body from just like this, tapping the body. Some of you may have done Tai Chi, and lots of practices start like this, waking up the energy center. So I'm tapping places on my body, and I'm getting to the back. And I'll turn a lot during this practice, but I want you to stay looking forward so you can see what I'm doing. I'm turning for your benefit. And this is one of them where my fists, the backs of my hands, are tapping on the backside of my body. And actually doing a little pulse with my knees. And I'm paying attention to the fact that I'm breathing in my nose and breathing out. Just activating my body, waking up everything, and just enjoying the feeling of moving. Now, you can be a little bit more vigorous. That's good. The movement is coming from here. My shoulders are moving. My head is pretty straight on, not going from side to side. But core of the body is moving. And then my arms, I'm not placing them. They're just kind of moving with the motion of the body. And it takes a while to get used to that movement. But here we go. Just enjoy it. Tapping, opening the body, waking up all the energy centers up and down the meridians, going all the way up to the shoulders, tops of the shoulders. You may even feel a little tense, and that's okay. Wake them up. And my hand is in the back. See that? Tapping, 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 and then we're coming right down, right back down. I want to also say that this practice, especially the foundation practice, can be done sitting on the edge of a stool or a chair, preferably a hard bottom. Sit on the edge so you can keep your nice posture, because that's really important. And we did get into, when we started, the Wuji stance, and what that really is, feeling connected to the earth, watery energy, and also to the heaven, like a string is pulling us up. Same posture sitting on a chair. So that was our first move, just waking up the energy centers. Now I want you to take your right fist. It needs to be your right fist. We're going to go up the side of the body. Tapping, waking up the spleen channel. Spleen is so responsible for so many things in our body, and getting into the armpit. Use the back of your hand if you want. Milking the lymph glands there, waking them up. They help with our immune system. There's also a heart meridian that comes out from this area. And then back down, breathing and going around the bottom part of your rib cage, straight up the center of the body, coming to this little place right below your collarbone is your thymus gland. So let's tap it. Let's appreciate it. It's the gatekeeper of our immune system. It used to be a walnut size when we were born. It gets smaller as we age. So this helps wake it up. It's said to do it about this tapping about 30 times in a day. So I don't know how many I've done because I'm talking, but I'm moving my hand, tapping along bottom of the collarbone, inside of my left arm. This is the yin, 3 meridians right there, into the palm. Remember, we're waking up our body. It's the foundation process. So you can imagine if you need to be sitting, definitely do this. So waking up in the shoulder, and then take a nice deep breath and brush off all the dust of life. Just shake it out. Let's do exactly the same thing on the right side. In Qigong, everything we do on one side, we repeat on the other side. Going straight up into the armpit, waking up the lymph glands again. And hold your arm in a comfortable position. Let it hang. And then going back down and around the bottom part of the rib cage, up the center, back to the thymus gland. Just imagine it waking up and really doing its job. And then along the bottom part of the collarbone, into the inside of the arm, 3 meridians, all yin, and then turning the arm, top side is the yang, going up to the shoulder, tapping, tapping, tapping. Take a nice deep breath in and brush off all the dust of life. Just shake it out. Now I'm going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. Soft fist again. And we're going to come back here, way up here where your rib cage is. I'm going to use the backs of my hands. Right up in here, you have your kidneys and your adrenals. So we're waking them up. Wake them up. Breathe. Wake them up. Adrenals and the kidneys. You can even do this in a circle if you can feel like doing that and reaching it, and then moving down, also addressing the reproductive and the urinary tract, going down, turning my hands over so I can get into the buttocks. I'm turning again so you can see stronger tapping can be done here. And then down the backs of the legs, and maybe your wrists are hitting the sides of the legs, and that's good. This is the bladder channel going all the way down. The backs of the legs, around the front, inside. This is the kidney channel coming up, 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 up to this V. It's the inguinal channel. Well, I shouldn't say the channel, but area where lymph glands and meridians all come together. And tapping here is so important. Even if you could just do this during the day, really just this move, a little pulse in the knees, tapping here. And then for some people can get closer on the top here, you are activating not only your lymph glands and the meridians, we have a lot of feminine organs, and it also helps the prostate. So this is a wonderful way to get everything going. We're breaking up stagnation, especially if you've been sitting or driving a long way. This is good to do. Watching your favorite TV show, stand up after an hour and do this. It's excellent, really excellent. And breathe. And you can also be doing this seated. I'm on a DVD with Dr. Mao. I do all of the foundation seated. And if you're really tired and you're recovering from something, you can do this lying down. Yeah. Modification is so important. So here we are, breathing, waking up all of these meridians, these energy centers, and slowing down. Just check in and see how you're feeling. Make sure your feet are still grounded. And then we're going to work on our circulatory system. So I'm turning a little bit so you can see. I'm pushing back with my elbows. My feet are going forward. And again, a little pulse in my knees. Push back with your elbows. We're going to get our circulatory system working. This is really good. It's going to elevate the heartbeat just a bit, but that's a good thing. We want to have good circulatory system, right? A really good circulatory system. So if you can't get out, you're tired, if you could do this for a few minutes, your body will really appreciate you. Yeah. Remember, this is a healing practice. So we're breathing. Maybe you can notice your heart beats going up a little bit, and the blood flow is going all through the body. And if you have strong ankles, strong feet, and you're in secure shoes, you might find that you can pull up onto the balls of your feet. See? And you can even go up higher if you feel like it. It's not necessary. It's just an option. So just take that in and do it only if you can do it safely. And keep pushing and slow it down. And just sense how the body is starting to warm up. You've activated a lot of energy centers. And now we're going to work on different joints and break up some stagnation. So one hand inside the other. Again, checking on my feet, my connection. I'm going to start with the neck. We're not just moving the neck, though. It's a movement that comes from one of the 8 treasures called the Weeping Willow Shivers in the Morning Breeze. So yes, it's the neck, but it's even more. It's like you're this big, beautiful, strong willow tree, and everything is moving. So I'm exhaling to the front, inhaling to the back, then exhaling. Go the other way. Inhale, exhale, inhale. You might hear your neck making all kinds of noises. It's waking up. The more you do this, the less cracking and crinkling noises will be heard. As you're waking up, all those places of stagnation come to a pause. Just sense how that's feeling. Take your hands, put them on the back of your hips. You can widen your stance a bit. We're going to move. This is called the belt channel. It's the one meridian that goes horizontally, and we're going to go around. Push it. Inhaling and exhaling. Push it out and go around. You can get really big if you feel like it. Going the other way. All of these movements can be done more than 3 or 5 times. Remember, this is a mini class, but typically 3 or 5 times is really a good amount of stimulation. So now we're going down to our knees. we're going to wake up our knees. This is really nice to do. I like that about this Qigong practice. Very kind to ourselves. It's a lot of self-care. I'm going to use the palms of my hands, the Lao Gong, to rest on the top of my kneecaps. My fingers are pointing towards each other. It gives me a little bit more stability as I make these nice circles with my knees. 3 one way, 3 the other way. Yeah, your knees might be making some sounds, but guess what? We're bringing some really good blood flow there. And every one of these, coming up slowly, every one of these moves is anti-arthritic. So keep that in mind. All right. So the next move, we're going to do some circles with our ankles, hands on your waist. If your balance is a little off, there's one trick. I call it a trick, but it is actually something advanced students do through the whole Qigong. They put their tongue, tip of their tongue, curl it up against your palate like this. I can't teach and do that, but it helps with your balance. It connects the governing and conception channels within the body. There's a goes from way up there, goes all the way around, goes around the back, through the head. It's called the governing and conception channel. And it also helps with your balance. So you might find that to be helpful. But meanwhile, just put your hands on your waist or hold on, lift your leg and circles with the ankle and the other way. Point, flex, and shake it out. The other leg and the other leg. Point, flex, and shake it out. So we're activating all of these different areas. So good. We're going to come way up to the shoulders. We're going to pull our shoulders way up to to your ear lobes if you can. And I'm turning so you can see I'm pulling them up. Taking a nice deep breath in, inhaling, and I'm dropping my shoulder blades down the back, exhale, and all the way, all the tension out, my arms out, fingers. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, shake it out, and let's go the other way. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, one more, inhale, exhale, waking up all of those areas. And now we're going to work on our shoulder rotation. So arms out, you can allow the thumbs to be up in this movement. And you're going this way and this way. You're moving from this rotator's cuff inside the shoulders, bringing lots of fluid and blood there. So inhaling, and you can do a little pulse, not too much. Just enough to wake it up. And then bring your hands together, fold them. I'm going to get close so you can watch. And we're going to do our wrists. I have so many students, and myself included, that have had fingers that were kind of getting arthritic. And someone asked me about carpal tunnel yesterday. And I say, if you can do this in a figure 8, or just go like this. That's one way. There's also lots of massage you can do in your wrists, but this is really a good move. And the next one I'm going to show you, which is sort of an add-on to the foundation practice, is so wonderful. I've had so many good results from this. Women that weren't able to knit anymore, play piano, are now doing that. I had a click finger, not having that anymore. You take your hands, you're going to go on the outside. All of these are connected to different organs in the body. We don't need to know all that. We're just going to enjoy the results for right now. So we're tapping 9 times. You can do it much longer, 36 at home. Tapping the soft sides. And then turn the hands over, a little bit bonier, tucking our thumbs in. That's really nice. And then a bird beak. 5-finger bird beak, call it. And we're just tapping all around the hand, where the fingers meet the palms into the Lao Gong. That's right here. Down into the wrist, back of the hand, top of the hand, everywhere. Switch, waking it up. Oh, there's lots of different energy points in the hand, going around, getting on the top. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And here's a really great move. You're going to put your fingers together, just the pinky side, web hands, and we're going inside the webbing 9 times at least. 36, maybe if you're home, you're just sitting and you say, oh yeah, my hands are aching. Or you notice as we're doing this, oh, that's a little sore. This is something to really take note of and come back and do this a lot more. Switch hands. It's really breaking up stagnation in the hand. It might even prevent surgery. Yeah, it could. We're making blood flow and breaking up stagnation. What's better than that? Yeah, to shake that out. Then take your soft fist and go all around the hand, the sides, into the wrist, the top, and again. So good. And because you are your own personal healer, and when we're doing Qigong, the 8 treasures, which I'm going to be doing right after this, it's nice to have clean hands. You are your own personal healer. So let's pull each finger, squeeze out anything that might be in there, arthritis, inflammation, just pull, 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 give it to Mother Earth. Just imagine that happening. Qigong is a lot about imagining and creating moves, pulling out this gunk that might be in our hands. Maybe you've been doing something today. Well, I don't want any of that in here while we're doing this healing work. So pulling it out, just imagine everything, giving it to Mother Earth. She knows what to do with it. And going, and then just shake out your hands, see how they feel. One more really beautiful jewel. I say put it in your healing toolkit. I believe have a little toolkit, imagine it, and go, what can I do today? These moves are excellent. So take your thumb, put it inside of your palm, use the knuckle, you have a double knuckle, but use the bottom one. Go here, this is your upper dantian, your energy center, your third eye, whatever you call it. It's right here. We're going to take those knuckles and circle and breathe. We're stimulating blood flow into the face, 42 muscles in the face going around the top of the brow. That should feel really good. Go into the temples. Nice circles. Go back to the middle of the forehead and stretch it all out. Yes. Yeah, nice and smooth. Back to the temples. Alongside the face, you're getting into your jawbone, all the way down. And right here into the really tough part of your jaw. Just nice circles. Appreciate it. The face is getting rosy. It's like getting a mini facial, self-care, self-compassion, and just move it all out, everything, pull all through the body, and just appreciate it. And then what we do shaking down the tree, letting anything fall off that we don't need, any tension, any nervousness, any anxiousness, any frustration, anger, negative feelings and thoughts. This is called shaking down the tree. Just let it go. We like to do this after the foundation practice, all those moves, and just let anything that's hanging around to go. And that's it. Dr. Mao, who's one of my teachers, my main teacher, would say, if you could just do this much, this foundation practice, you are doing a great benefit for your body. So, all right, this is all about healing, cleaning, cleansing the body, detoxing, and increasing your energy and enhancing your functions. And if you can do all that, then you're balancing your life and having good physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual life, and even your moral life. So here we are. I just like to sense my body one more time. Get my feet, the soles of my feet connected to the earth, and just feel how all of that waking up, activating our energy centers has stimulated the body. All right. So we're going to start right into the 8 treasures, Qigong. Such a beautiful practice. And first move, we're going to take that 5-finger beak that we did a little bit earlier. You put it at the end of your tailbone, the end of your spine, right here. It's like a gatekeeper holding in the chi energy. Remember, the chi energy is all around us, right? It's everywhere. And the first move is called Move the Stars and Turn the Big Dipper. Every one of the moves in the 8 treasures has a name, and it relates to the body and what it's doing in the body. It's a lot of studying and learning that this is really like, it's medical Qigong. Everything is connected. So this is the first move back here. Check your feet. One foot straight, the other one 45-degree angle. We have to have this little rocking motion. And the right hand is going above my head. And I know sometimes my body is out of the shot. I'm sorry about that. But moving the hand, not too far over the head, but we're moving the right hand. It's imagining we're moving the heavens, because everything above your head is considered heavenly energy. So here we are, we're exhaling, inhaling, like making a big vortex in the sky. So, inhale, exhale, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, just soaking up the yang energy and then pulling it in, just dropping it into the body. Exhale, inhale. Such a nice move. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then pull your feet together. We've been gathering the energy from the heaven. And now we're going to mix it up through the body. See how light your hands can be. And at the same time, having some shape and form. Keep your thumbs in. Don't want hitchhiking thumbs. Moving the energy throughout the body. Just imagine that. It's going in, all that yang energy. Moving it around the bloodstream, the cells, the organs, mixing it up. And at the same time, our hands are going right across where the heart is. So I suggest at this time to put a smile on your heart. It will change your whole physiology. Every time I say that, no matter how many times, it makes my face smile too. So see how that works for you. Smile on the heart. Because the body is happy that you're doing this. You're taking care of yourself. Really doing self-care, compassionately taking care of yourself. All right, so the right hand being a little bit more dominant, I'm going down to the earth, water energy, pulling it up, gathering it up. The left hand goes back to the end of the spine, kind of 3 circles, and I'm going to like pop a cork at the end of the earth, like popping the cork, and the earth water energy comes flowing right up between the legs, pulling it up into the chest, getting up on the balls of my feet, and exhale. Usually inhale coming up, and this time it goes up over the head, not too far. I have that hole. This is a bird beak, and I look through it, and this represents the Big Dipper, and exhale. And pull it up again. Inhale to the side, look through, and exhale. Surrender that hand, put it back where your left hand has been. Have this little bird beak, and we do exactly the same thing on this side. So 45-degree angle, the other foot is out, have the little rocking motion, and let's pull in the energy from the heaven. We're mixing heaven and earth through the body. This is the signature move for the 8 treasures. So exhale and inhale. Exhale, inhale. Just imagine you're opening up the heavens, moving the stars, so you can benefit from all of the energy that's always around us. But now you have focus and attention on it, so you can actually manipulate it and pull it right into the body. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale. Let it just drop right into the body. And then pull your feet together. And again, mixing it up right across. Just imagining it's in the body, and this is the best way. We're just mixing it all up. breathing, checking that smile on your heart. So the 8 treasures has 32 moves altogether. We're not going to go through all 32 today. This is a little mini course, but I will give you enough that you'll get to see what is 8 treasures about. What is it feeling like? You're here, so something called to you, right? Mixing all this up. This time the left hand being more dominant, pulling up the energy from the earth, water. The right hand goes back, 3 circles. Papa core comes right up between the legs, pulling up the earth, water energy right into the chest, up on my feet. Exhale. This time up over the head, to the side, looking through, and exhale. Uphale, look through, and exhale, and surrender. The second move is called the great elephant raises its trunk. So this is the move, and I'm turned to the side so you can see it. My hands are, it's exhale, and I'm actually going to do a little wave with my body, exhaling, and then inhaling the energy right to my kidneys. I'm up on my toes. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, pulling in all of that chi to my kidneys and my adrenals. Exhale, inhale, and then double circles right to the earth. So you can see how this works. Right down here, pulling up that earth watery energy again, all the way up to the chest, up on the balls of my feet. Exhale. And then this one up like a great elephant, looking up, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and surrender. And this time, we're going to go down the backs of the legs. We're going to get into the water channels. This is called the dolphin pads, the water. The dolphin fins pat the water. So here we go, going right around the water channels. Bladder coming up in between the legs. That's the kidneys channel. Pulling it up and around, stimulating it, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling. And this time, watch what I do. I'm pulling it all up, pulling the water up, and watch my feet, one out, the other out, and then store. Pull the feet together, pull up that energy, one toe out, and the other one out, store it. Pull it all the way up, store it. And again, pull it up, and store it. And the next move, we're going to go down, and we're going to bring up the sea, bringing the sea to the top of the mountain. I like this because you can actually make a sound, bend back, make a sound, let go all the tension, the sadness, the grief in your chest, and go back down. Bring up the sea up to the top of the mountain, which is your head. Arms out a little bit further. Go down again, pull up the sea, and this time way far out. Let it go. Put your hands together, clasp them behind your head, and flap your wings. And we're going to turn to the right. My heel might come up on the right. Push back with that elbow. Nice twist in the torso. Come back to center, and the other side. And come back to center. And this is a advanced move. Only do what you can do, or just watch it. We're going to squat and try to get down as far as we can. If you can just get to your knees, that's okay. So we're squatting, putting my head down, letting my elbows fall as far down as I can get them. Maybe you're just to your knees, keeping my head down, coming up, inhaling, bringing the head up last. Then the hands come out from behind toward the front. Push straight up into the sky, to the heaven, and then exhale to one side. Nice stretch along the torso, side of the torso, the other side, and straight up. And then just surrender that. And here we go, back down. This time, Put your legs a little further out, and we're going to have the water meet the fire. What does that mean? Well, this is the kidney channel. We get to massage ourselves again. And one thing I love about this 8 treasures, really caring for ourselves, pulling up the water inside. This is the kidney channel. Pulling it up. Imagine we're pulling it up. Here we are, bringing it all the way up. Where? To the fire. The heart is the fire element. So bringing it up, fire and water meet. What do we get? Steam. It is sort of the result. It gets to see that steam is an example of chi energy. So pulling it up, it's meeting, and then we're pulling the water up and over the heart, cooling down the heart. Inhaling and exhaling. It's really good for the heart, just cooling down this whole system. And exhaling. And now we're pulling it up over the back, going the other way. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're just one arm at a time, like you're doing a backstroke. And exhale and then bring it forward. And bring it forward. All right, meet right here in the center. And when we're here, our hands are always here by the heart. We're going to let out the steam. So here we go. Beautiful. All right. I'm going to do a few more moves for you since this is a mini class. This one is called the Jade Plate Receives the Morning Dew. And it's really lovely. It's for your spinal cord. It just stimulates so many things. And this flex of the hand, this right here is your tucks to your pericardium in your heart. So much is going on that you don't really have to know about. The body knows, but it's nice sometimes to be conscious about it. So bird beak, end of the spine, jade plate at the left hip, and we're going to go around. Collecting the morning dew. My eyes are watching my hands. I'm only going back as far as I can, not letting any of that morning dew drop. I'm coming up, keeping my hand as flat as possible. Sometimes I used to train, you used to have a book in your hand, keep it flat. I'm turning, you don't turn, but I'm letting you see how this move up actually works. We're going to get a beautiful massage for our inner organs. Push up and push down with this hand. And here we go. And I'm going to first pull my right shoulder because I'm going to try and see the ground. So it's just making sure my shoulder is right there and pushing down and up here and down. And exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. And then watching that hand come around, not dropping any of the dew. I'm turning so you can see, comes back to the left, meets the other hand. The right hand goes back to the end of the spine. I'm turning again so you can see, how does this really work? Or maybe I'll just do from the side. Watching. My hand all the way around, just as far as I can go, keeping it flat. Now I'll turn again, just kind of pulling so I can see looking down when I'm collapsing. So here we go. I'm pushing up first. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and bringing that hand, carrying the morning dew all the way around. The other hand comes out and surrender. All right, let's do looking at the lotus flower in the clear pond. Another amazing, really good stretch and massage for the inner organs. So I'm going to just go around once and around. And the right arm, still with the flexed hand, under the your left armpit, and the upper hand is also in a flexed position, but in behind. And I'm going to push this way and push this way. Okay, opposite pushing. So I'm going to turn around so you can see again how this works. And this is the one you really have to pull your shoulder forward. My right shoulder is coming forward, even getting a little bend in my knee, pulling, 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 looking over. I can see the pond. I may see even my foot, pushing, pushing, pushing. So I'm exhaling. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And surrender. I'm going to go just the opposite way. Right? Left hand under the right armpit. I'll turn again so you can see this. Get my feet, soles of my feet situated, pushing, bringing my left shoulder forward. My knees are a little bent, looking over. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale, and surrender. I'm thinking we're doing 2 more moves. One is to get rid of your pent up emotion. It's part of the tiger series. And if you came to class, sometimes I do all 4 moves in the tiger series. But today we'll do 1, so you can just sound, make sure you sound. It's really to get rid of pent up, release the pent up emotions, E for like energy. We don't want negative energy staying with us, creates stagnation in the body and all kinds of problems. So here's what happens. We're going to imagine we are the tiger, and we're going to come down. And again, wonderful massage inside of the legs, bringing up that water, kidney channel. Imagine it's coming up, pulling it up, 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 right past. This is a lower downtown. It's a big storehouse right past that. Up, 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 up. I'm pulling up all this water. My feet are a little further apart, like release shoulder. I'm imagining there is something there. I'm going to turn my hands over and I'm going to hit. So I'm pulled up my energy, inhaling, and then, ha! Yeah, sound it. Go down, pull up that watery energy all the way up. I believe maybe you're hitting a bench or something, inhaling it all. Let go of all those pent up emotions. Ha! Just take a moment, pause there, because the tiger's energy takes a moment to catch up with that movement. Pull up again, all the way up, 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 up. And again, ha! And because that is such a vigorous move, we're going to do what we call cloud hands. Looks a little bit like our first move. We want the body to calm down, regulate it for a moment. So here we are. Let the body come down. We're going to do 1 more movement. It's a simple movement. It comes from the 8th treasure. It has a big long name, but it's for your balance and strengthening your kidneys. And it's all about this beautiful white crane. And the white crane is guarding the plum flower. And he's just proudly standing there, if you can imagine. And there's 9 moves in that treasure, all about the white crane. Sometimes we do it, we actually think of ourselves as this beautiful white crane. But we're just going to do this one so that we can have it as a balance. We don't forget about balance. Balance is so important. So you're going to pull up your 1 foot. Hold on if you need to. Put the tongue on top of the palate. It helps with your balance. You're pulling in the foot. You are the white crane. You're pulling it in and you're inhaling and exhale. He's just standing there guarding his plum flower the other side. And surrender. And now let's pull our hands up along the side, bringing up the divine feminine energy right up to the top of our head, where it's really the sun, the divine masculine energy up here. There's 100 points in the Bagwe. Just breathe in, inhale that energy, pull it down through the body, come up to the sides, divine feminine energy, top of the head, meeting the divine masculine energy, feeling that power source up here. And every time we do the Qigong, the 8 treasures especially, we end with a short standing meditation to make sure that any chi that's floating around comes back and gets stored. So here's our upper storehouse. spiritual storehouse. We just stop here with our hands from our kind of foot from our body. Breathing in, imagining any chi that's floating around gets stored back. And then down to the heart. It's our middle dantian, an elixir field. You can let your elbows relax. Pull it in, any chi that's floating around. Just imagine it all coming back. And then the lower dantian right below the belly button. It's a large storehouse. If we were doing a full class, this is the area we've been working with in our sitting meditation at the end of each class using the 5 elements. We store different colors there and pull it through different organs. It's very powerful. So I hope you'll join me one Monday afternoon. Meanwhile, we're just pulling in all the chi that's floating around. We've created lots of chi with those moves. And then pull around you any chi that might be floating around. Pull it right in, storing it in the storehouse. Sensing your feet, connecting with the earth, water energy, feeling the pull from heaven above like a string pulling you up. Just sense your body and let your hands just fall down. Nice, sitting in your power. Knees slightly bent. Tuck the buttocks in. Just sense, if you can remember how you felt when you started and how you're feeling now. And one other thing I'd love to do with you is to thank you for coming today and joining in. And hopefully I'll see you again so we can do many more moves and really work on keeping ourselves healthy, creating a beautiful, healthy body with all of this chi energy and all of these different moves, and using our healing toolkit to pull out whatever we need whenever we need it. And thank you so much. And always, I just want to say one more thing. Remember, you can search the whole universe and not find another human being more worthy of love than yourself. So doing this tells your body how much you do care. Self-compassion. Again, thank you so much for coming today.